Hey Cooks, today is Thursday, September 20th, 2018. I'm your host, Andrea Lopez, and welcome to At UH News. First off, I want to start today with some events that happened earlier this week. On September 18th at 6 p.m., SPB arranged a trip for students to the Minute Maid Park to cheer on our 2017 World Series champions as they played against the Mariners. Students got to purchase tickets for only $5 and had a chance to take advantage of the $1 hot dog night. We hope you got to attend the game and witness the Astros win 7-0. The Phenomenal Woman event also took place on Tuesday, September 18th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. It was an evening of celebration, awareness, and empowerment for UH women. This event included dinner and a keynote address from former Houston Mayor Annise Parker.
I was the first out LGBT mayor of a top 10 U.S. city, but I was only the 10th woman.
The t-shirt exchanges in the Student Center South are still happening every Friday until the 28th of this month. Don't miss out on exchanging an old used t-shirt for a new UH one. As many of you know, President Renu Couture recently adopted a stray dog on campus right after Bark Animal Shelter and Adoptions took the dog in. She later named her Ruby and now keeps us updated about her on her Instagram and Twitter with videos and pictures. Go check out the newest member of our Cougar family. As you know, parking has been a concern for UH students this semester. Our field host Branlyn has some updates about parking issues and reminders about game day parking.
Thanks, Andrea. Branlyn Jones here, reporting for At UH News. The new zone parking is well underway this semester, and it seems to be relieving some of the hassle that students have gone through in past semesters. The first few weeks of the new zone parking system were hectic, but as we are progressing through the semester, it is gradually improving. Permits that were not originally available to students because of waitlisting now have more options because parking and transportation have begun to offer more permits, possibly even your first choice. A new technology that has come to campus is license plate enforcement. That technology will allow enforcement vehicles to quickly check if students are parked in the correct zone and if they have UH parking permits. Cougs, please make sure your proper vehicle license plate information is updated on your My Parking account to prevent your vehicle from being towed. Here are some tips to ensure you are parking in the correct areas. Don't park in a loading zone for more than 20 minutes. Ensure that your permit is visible and properly displayed, even with license plate enforcement. Please note that parking in the wrong zone is a towable offense. Students must park in their designated zones from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. However, students are allowed to park in any zone after 4 p.m. and also on the weekends as long as they have a valid UH parking permit. Football season is here. There are 2 UH home football games that will take place on a Thursday. Mark your calendars. The dates for these games are October 4th and November 15th. Students will be allowed to park in lots 4A, 19B, 21A, the Student Welcome Center garage, and the remote campus all day. Students may be asked by lot attendants to show their permits. Midnight before the game, lots 12A, 12B, 15C, 16B, 16C, 16D, 16E, and 16G. It might be a good idea to consider other options for your commute to campus on these days. Metro Rail will be free on home football game days, and remote campus parking will also be available. Possibly talk to a friend about carpooling in order to decrease the amount of vehicles and congestions on these days. For Coug TV, I'm Branlyn Jones. Your school, your story. At UH, back to you.
The satellite was unexpectedly closed this semester, and many students were upset to hear they could no longer visit the convenient dining location. This closure has greatly impacted the crowds and lines at the Student Center South, leaving many students frustrated. We sent out our field host Rahma out on a campus to see how students are really feeling about the closure.
Hey Cougs, Rahma Adesina here with At UH News. I am here at the Student Center Satellite where you can see that it is undergoing construction. Now let's go see how students feel about it being closed. Okay Patrick, how do you feel about the satellite closing?
I'm really sad because I like Taco Bell and I can't go to Taco Bell.
I'm kind of upset, to be honest, because they have good food. They have the Taco Bell, the Pizza Hut.
Okay, so what other places on campus have you been eating?
Really just using coupons to try to eat places like Chick-fil-A, pretty much.
Mainly the UC, or I try to find some off-campus options, like nearby, like M&M Grill or like Pink's and stuff like that.
Do you think the lines have been longer?
Definitely. Like in the UC, I try to stay away from there because the lines are so long that my entire break time are like taken up by standing in line.
I've been resorting just to finding things in my pantry at home, but I'd really like to eat Taco Bell again.
Satellite had more options to bring to the table. Now that it's closed, we only have the UC and Einstein's and Taco Cabana.
There you have it, Cougs. I'm Rahma Adesina. Now back to Andrea Lopez in the studio.
Luckily, the satellite won't be closed forever. We got the opportunity to sit down with David Whittle, the resident district manager of Chartwells, to learn more about when the satellite will open and what to expect upon reopening.
The satellite's underground, and of course, during our last major flood here in Houston, a lot of water went into the satellite. So the flooding related to Harvey caused us to temporarily close it last fall semester. We were able to reopen it in the spring to provide service, and we'd hoped to complete the project over the summer. But once we got in there and really started doing the work, it was far more extensive than we thought. So there's a lot of remediation, and so they're closing in on wrapping it up, and we expect to be open in January. The same concepts that were there before are coming back. I think the biggest difference is it'll look a lot fresher, a little bit cleaner, because we had to take walls down to the studs. So there's a lot of new paint and new tile work, a lot of new counters. So it'll look a little bit more up to date than it did before, but still the same concepts and more or less the same footprint. Yeah, so we just completed working with the university a 5-year vision plan for dining. And that's exciting because it gives us a good roadmap. And I think the whole goal of doing a vision plan is to make sure whatever investments we make complement the whole instead of just perhaps one building or one particular part of campus. So it really helps us guide us to really good, smart decisions. Part of that plan, that 5-year vision plan, and perhaps one of the most exciting things about it, is there is a replacement for the satellite. So being 50 feet above sea level, doing food service underground is not something that the university is willing to rely on much longer. We need to make sure that we always have food service available for students, and so the plan is to move it up and perhaps in another location, but it'll be a brand new building, and we hope to get that done in the next 5 years. Our hope is that we are able to build in a different location, close but different, so that we could run the satellite all the way up till the day the new building's ready, and then there's no disruption of service for students.
The University of Houston System Board of Regents approved a $100 million funding allocating to go towards renovating core buildings on campus through 2024. The 6 buildings being renovated are some of the oldest on campus, including Agnes Arnold and Roy G. Cullen. And for more information, go check out the article about it on the Daily Cougar. As many of you saw on the side of the Student Center, the Inside Out project of public art was taking place this week, showing us what young voters look like. Working together with JOLT, a Latino civic engagement organization that was registering and encouraging people to vote. They allowed students to take pictures, and they immediately printed them out and posted them up on the walls of the Student Center. Stop by and check out the familiar faces. The University of Houston has also announced an anonymous donor has given $4 million to the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences Creative Writing Program and Research Initiatives as a part of the university's Here We Go $1 billion campaign. Next week, don't forget to attend SPB's event, The Reigning Coug, Tuesday, September 25th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Student Center Theater. A new Mr. UH will be crowned, and this grand prize winner will win $250. Also on Wednesday, September 26th, UH Dining will be hosting a farmers market at Butler Plaza. Stop by and shop from local farmers and vendors selling locally made products. And that is all for this week, Cougs. For more news, you can follow us at Coug TV on Facebook and YouTube. Don't forget to watch our weekly newscast every Thursday night. From all of us here at Coug TV, once again, I'm your host, Andrea Lopez, your school, your story at UH.